So I want to hear more. Tell me a little about your experience and what you'd bring to this role.
Welcome to our comprehensive guide on preparing for job interviews in English. Today, we will cover everything from understanding different interview types to following up after your interview. Our goal is to boost your confidence and effectiveness in using English for job interviews. There are 3 types of interviews. You might face traditional in-person interviews, phone interviews, which test your clarity and tone, or video calls, where your setting and touch setup play a role. Make sure you know which type you're going to be facing. Decide what clothes you will wear and make yourself look professional. If it's an in-person interview, pack your bag with anything that you need to bring, such as your ID card or certificates. Arriving late makes a bad impression, so plan to arrive early. For online interviews, find a quiet place where you won't be disturbed. Turn on your device's camera and check that the picture is clear and the room lighting is not too bright or dark. Check that the microphone picks up your voice clearly too. Have a look around the interview platform and get familiar with the controls. Also, prepare any notes that you want to refer to. Now, before doing any interview, researching the company is crucial. Understand the company's mission, values, and recent news. This knowledge not only impresses your interviewer, but helps you decide if the company is a good fit for you. Find out as much information as you can. Check the company's website, LinkedIn, and social media, and also ask your friends and colleagues. You can use this information in the interview. If you know about the company's current activities or projects, for example, you can say which ones you are keen to be involved in. It will show your interest in the job. Let's dive into some common questions you might be asked, such as, what are your strengths and weaknesses? Or, what challenges could you face in this job? Your answers will be more persuasive if you include real examples of your work. For instance, if you're asked about what you can bring to the role, mention what you have done in your previous work or organization in detail. Be optimistic in your answers. For example, if you have to talk about a failure you experienced, you can also say what you learned from it, or how you avoid repeating it. Look at your CV and guess what interviewers will want to know. For instance, if you have any gaps between jobs, they may ask what you did during that time. Practicing is key to sounding natural and confident. Practice your English vocabulary, like positive adjectives to describe you and your work, verbs to describe your achievements and actions, words to describe projects and goals, words to describe professional development, and technical terms in your field phrases for social interaction. Practice speaking English aloud until you feel comfortable and confident. It's a good idea to do a practice interview. Ask a friend to ask you some questions and practice responding in English. Towards the end of the interview, asking questions can showcase your interests and knowledge. Try asking, what do you think the challenges will be for this role? What's the next step in the recruitment process after this interview? When will you notify candidates about the outcome of the interview? And finally, will there be any support for training and development in this role? The interview might be over, but your interaction with the company isn't. Don't forget to say thank you to leave a lasting impression and reflect after your interview. Review these tips often and apply them in mock interviews or with your friends. Remember, the more you practice, the more natural you will become. And lastly, I will see you in another video. Thank you!
Great question. Ever since I was young, I've always been the organized one in my family. Whether it was helping my parents schedule vacations or color coordinating my closet, naturally that lifestyle got me here, project management. I've been a people person for as long as I can remember. Plain and simple, I love team building and making sure everyone has a part.